Good morning, folks. Licinius Rex here with some scrap mechanic today, and I want to show you a little something that I've been working on. So I was on Reddit earlier on, and user Isfers put up a post about how to edit the Lua files to be able to change made a comment, I should say, to be able to change the drop rate. They've done a whole post about how to do it. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a video going through exactly how that works. So this is in survival mode, obviously. So if we go into survival, we'll start our game. And obviously, normally when you jump in, if you go for a slimy clam, let's have the glue clam. You'll see that it's just boom, and it gives us 1. Let's get up out of here, drown. And then what we're going to do is we're going to exit out. We're going to go into scrap mechanic, then we're going to go into survival. Then we're going to go into scripts because it's a script that we want to edit. We're going to go to game. And then here we have all of the ones that we're looking for. So we are going to go to harvestable. We're going to head down to the slimy clam down here. We're going to pop that open. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change our loop quantity from 1. We're going to delete that. We're going to do math dot random open brackets 2, 4, close those brackets, save it. Let's get that window closed. Let's go back into the game. And if we go down, we've got a clam here. Let's pop this one open. We'll see it says 3. Now then if we go over to another one, you'll see it says 4. So the 2, 4 means that it's going to pick the math.random 2, 4. It's going to pick a value between 2 and 4 every time. Just opens it up a little bit. Saves you having to collect 1 each time. You see we've got 8 already. That is significantly quicker than usual. This will also work on pretty much anything. So what we're going to do now is you can see the oil deposits over here. If we right click on that, we get 1. So let's get up so we're not drowning. Let's exit out of our game again. Let's go back to our screen here. So we're back in our harvestable menu. Then we are going to go to the oil geyser. Let's pop that open. Now then, the oil geyser is slightly different. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down, and you're going to see we've got here sm.container.collect. And where that 1 is, that will be the one that you normally get. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to do math.random. Let's open those brackets, put a 2, 4, then close them again. Let's save that. Let's close that. Let's go back into the game. So let's jump back in. There's the geyser that we popped before. There's one over here. Let's come down. And if we right click, you can see that it gave us 3 that time because down at the bottom at number 6 there, that's gone from 1 to 4. So that's how that works. Next, let's go and do the same thing for cotton because the cotton grows slowly. There's not a lot of it, and it's required for quite a few things. Especially if you want to be looking fancy. So I will see you there. Okay, folks, so here we are. So if I right click on this, you'll see that we get 1. So what we're going to do is the same thing as before. We stop, we exit out. We are going to go back to our harvestable. We are looking for cotton, which is cotton plants. So let's pop that open. And then in cotton plants, we are looking for sm.container.collect again. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete the 1. We're going to put in math. Make sure I'm spelling it right. Random bracket 2, 4, close bracket, save it. We can close that screen. Let's go back to the game. And then if we go and find another plant, we right click, and that time we got 4. And that means that 1 run around the cotton fields here is much, much, much more profitable. See, we've got 1 stack already, starting on the next stack. And that just means so the first time I ran through this area, I got 27, just getting 1 from each. And we are already nearly there, and we've surpassed it in just a few clicks, significantly faster. So as you can see, significantly easier. Now, that is a few very simple quality of life upgrades, nothing too spectacular there. What I'm going to show you next could be considered game breaking. That very much depends on how you feel about the speed that things happen in the game and the range that things happen in the game, which sounds super cryptic, but let me get back to where everything is and I will show you what I'm talking about. Okay, folks, so the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to increase the range of the resource collector. Now then, I've got these wooden things set up every 10 bricks. So you can see they're all nicely spaced out. And at the moment, it doesn't collect them. Now then, if I get this and bring it, it collects it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same as we have done before. We're going to close the game, exit out. We are going to go back to our folders. So we're going to leave harvestable. We're going to go up. We are going to go into interactables. We're going to scroll down until we get to the resource container. And then we're going to open up the resource container. So we've got the resource container here. Now then, right at the very top here, it took me a while to find this. You've got local shape size equals, and we've got all of this. What we're looking to affect is this number here. So we're going to do a couple of values just so that you can see how this works. So the first thing that we'll do is we will do this to times 0.05. We'll save that. Let's go back into our game. Now then, I don't know if you heard that thunk then. It's going to have done the first collection even while as we were loading in, because it loads this in, and the first thing that it does is see if there's anything in its radius. It then collects it, but it's only done it up to this first one. Now, and that obviously is a massive difference in how the distance, even just to there. But what we're going to do is we're going to get it to come all the way out to here, which means that when you say, for instance, take down a tree, it's just going to collect the whole tree for you. If you break apart any bricks, it's going to collect the whole bricks for you. Obviously, you can go ridiculous with this. That depends on how badly you want to help yourself along here. So we're going to exit out again. We're going to bring our resource collector file up again. And this time we're just going to change it to 2. I think that's a reasonable number, nothing too crazy here, so we'll save that. Let's get that out of the way again. Let's go back into the game. And now you will see that it's collected almost all of them, apart from this last one here. Now that, I feel, is a really good range. It doesn't feel like you're just collecting everything on the map, but it means that you don't have to just maneuver this around like a huge amount, especially when you're doing the stone mining. I find it very frustrating, especially earlier in the game, which I'm not very far in at the moment. I don't have enough to be able to be making massive contraptions that can collect everything. I only have the one of these. I think it just makes it a lot easier for that. What we're going to do now is we will grab this, we'll head over to our base, and I have one final very cool thing left to show you, which will speed things up immeasurably. And again, all of these values, they're all editable. You can pick which ones work best for you. Let's just... Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is it's also increased the distance that it can reach to this. So it can now collect it from all the way over there, you see? Which will certainly open up some options for some really large vehicles if you so desire. But anyway, that's there. Okay, folks, I did also have something for being able to affect the craft bots. It would slow the speed down, increase the speed massively. But I reset it to then be able to record the video after I tested it out, and I now can no longer get it to work. I can make it so that you click craft and it instantly crafts, but then there's no animation, the item doesn't even appear in the queue. And I kind of don't like that. I like the fact that it would still take like a second, like it would appear with 000. There would be a little bit of animation and noise on the bot. I don't want to like just completely break the game, but I think that's probably a good place to leave it. I hope this has been instructive. Bear in mind that you can obviously go really far with this. It's entirely up to you. I think just a few little bit of quality of life improvements. There's nothing wrong. The game's still in beta. Who knows how many of these things will change later. I'll put a note in the comments for the Reddit comment, the Reddit post that led me into all of this. The sun is setting, beautiful purple sky. That seems like a good time to stop. My name's been Licinius Rex. This has been Scrap Mechanic, and like I always say, stay safe.